Hi everyone, Danny Hogger here, and it's the end of week 8 in my master's vlog number 17 in my series following my education, earning my master's degree of arts in teaching from San Diego Christian College. This is sponsored content, but all the thoughts are my own as I experience this project each week and get closer to my master's degree in teaching. So what am I talking about this week? Interaction and how showing passion for my own interests and motivating participation from students pays dividends. It was inspired by this week's learning. So this week in my program, we've been researching and exploring how to participate with our students more directly and experience the individual learning, personalities, cultural influences, and ethically creating opportunities for every student in our classroom. And I usually try to think about how I can participate in my school since I'm a first-year teacher and I'm trying to make it back for my second year as a teacher in high school. Been teaching for 5 years, but first time in a public school setting and in a high school setting. So our program at San Diego, while you earn your master's, requires you to post at least twice online and discuss with your peers how you're approaching learning in new ways and how it's informed by research and being a professional educator. So since my program's encouraging me to expand my horizons and consider ethical considerations and plan accordingly and give students an opportunity to succeed and try to be consistent with policies, I was thinking more about how could I expand my role as a teacher and motivator. So we had an opportunity at school recently. It was a teacher talent show. And yeah, that's going to take extra hours, planning, participation, rehearsals. But what a great way for students to see you outside the classroom when it's not during instructional minutes and to show your fun side, that you care about them as students, that you're willing to entertain, that you're spending extra time going above and beyond. Because isn't that what you're doing for them as a teacher? Don't you want them to exceed expectations and go above and beyond the layout and the restrictions and just the basics? You want them to exceed. You want them to prepare and excel and prepare for life and be a hard worker that does go above and beyond when the opportunity arises. So that's exactly what I did. And it was fantastic, and I really enjoyed it. And we played a Backstreet Boys song, and 5 of the male teachers at school, we all did a dance choreograph together, and they went wild. And the next day, I had everyone engaged, not just to hear a minute or two about how the experience was, but then when it came to learning, they were just fired up because they know they have a teacher who's fired up for them. And that was inspired by the discussions about how to encourage students and show compassion and empathy that was discussed in week 8 of our program in our Ed 601 course. So pretty cool. I also want to share one specific benefit that I previewed last week in episode 16, and that was about Socratic seminars. Our book and our reading was talking about how can you motivate students to engage in material, and how can you give everyone a chance to give their own cultural identity, their own perceptions, their own individuality. So I circled up the room. I demolished the rows and the columns for a little while and the grid, and I put everybody into a circle and said, let's just talk about these elements that we're talking about here. So historically that was approaches to World War II and approaches to the resolutions thereof. And when everyone had the chance to share their thoughts and their ideas, everyone became more engaged in the material and the learning. And then I got the chance to go back and say, support your thesis with evidence. Support your evidence with analysis. And to furthermore say, once we get into the modern era of history, we're going to find lots of different perspectives. And the most important thing you can do is support it with good reasoning and evidence and respect everybody's viewpoints in class, because then you contribute to a more positive interaction around the classroom and actually a better world as well, because you're willing to listen to perspectives and be a considerate but educated learner and not just an ideologue but a scholar, because you back up your information with evidence. So that was a real benefit this week. I got to hear students talk that don't always speak up in class. It was a welcoming environment where everyone was invited and encouraged to participate, and it was enriching for all of us involved. If you have more questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section, or you can email me as well. My link is down in the description. I'm Danny Hogger, and these thoughts are my own as I get closer to my master's degree in teaching and really enjoying the expansion of my role in my school and with my peers as I discuss the items each week that are bringing us closer to our Masters of Arts in Teaching, all online. And you can learn more at sdcc.edu. I'm Danny Hogger, and for now, class is dismissed. Thank you for watching.